Debate, the member from Guelph.
Thank you, Speaker. I rise to offer a few comments to debate on Bill 10. Like the previous member, there are elements of this bill I find positive, like addressing child trafficking. But, Speaker, one of the cornerstones of our judicial system in Canada that makes it one of the best in the entire world is the fact that we do not have political interference in the appointment of judges. We don't have American-style politicalization of our judiciary. And we've had a system for generations now in Ontario where there's been an independent process around how judges are selected. And this government continues to chip away at that process, Bill 10 being the latest, which gives the Attorney General far too much power over the selection of justices in our judiciary. And I think we've seen the motivation of why the government wants to politicize the judiciary by the comments the Premier has made attacking judges, which I think undermines trust and confidence in the independence of our judiciary. And if you want to look at why that is so problematic, we only have to look south of the border to see how the politicalization of the judiciary undermines confidence in institutions, undermines confidence in the criminal justice system and people's access to justice in an independent and impartial way. And we see how the judiciary can be abused for political reasons. I don't even think we want to open the door to that in Canada, even crack the door open for that in Canada. And that is the primary reason I do not support this bill. You know, if the government wants to have conversations about the appointment process of judges, then you know what? Let's have committee hearings. Let's have experienced justices of all political persuasions come to committee and actually give us recommendations. But that has not happened with Bill 10. And I find that deeply problematic and deeply concerning, given some of the other things like Bill 5 that's happening in this House right now. So let's keep that out of our judicial system. Let's maintain the impartiality of our justices. Let's continue with the process that's worked so well to maintain such confidence in our judicial system. And Speaker, I want to close by a few comments around bail reform. I think it is wrong that people get out who have offended. But the primary reason that's happening in Ontario is that we have so many court delays that people's trials aren't happening. And because their trials aren't happening, they're being released. As a matter of fact, 80% of people in jail, in provincial jails right now in Ontario, are just awaiting trial. So why don't we invest in the judicial system, speed the process up so people get their hearings, and so those who've committed crimes receive the punishment they deserve and the public remains protected and safe. But unfortunately, this government is underinvested in that criminal justice system, Speaker.